And that coming from Kim, who you guys, and Kim, thank you so much for commenting, because I know that this is a challenge for you, right? This is stretching you beyond your comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that it's wonderful that you're being vulnerable, that you're doing this in spite of fear. Because I remember that, fear is false evidence appearing real. And that first word is key. It's false. Our fear is all based in our own imaginations, you guys. It is not necessarily based on truth. And so we got to push beyond that. We got to push beyond our fears, because on the other side of that could be extreme progress, right? And we're talking about buyers and sellers. We're not talking about dealing with walking into a real situation. We're not talking about walking into a burning fire, right? We're not talking about that. We are literally talking about working with buyers and sellers and the amount of people that we talk to. And so it's not as if we're really in danger. No, we are in opportunity. And so we want to open ourselves up for as much opportunity as we can. And right now is the best time for us to get that opportunity, because of the fact that a lot of agents are going to just go out of the market because of everything that's going on. And so this is really our opportunity. So I'm going to get off my soapbox right now. And let's start our weekly market update, because I could go on and on about this opportunity that we have in front of us. And I think that most of you who are on this call actually get the opportunity that is in front of us, and are poised to take advantage of it, or getting ready for you to be able to take advantage of it. So let's jump into our weekly market update. My team, you guys see, I'm Team Dodgers today. You guys will not believe where I am at. I am in Chicago right now. I am in Chi-Town right now. And
I'm jealous.
right, my husband surprised me with a late Mother's Day gift. I am a huge Dodgers fan. If you guys know, I'm a huge Dodgers fan. I'm going to go see the Dodgers tonight at the Chicago Cubs Stadium. So I am just like,
nice.
isn't that just like, I'm just like so freaking excited.
Enjoy.
So
Enjoy.
he whisked me away yesterday, and said, I got a surprise for you. We're going to Chicago for a couple of days, and I hope that's okay. And I was like, let me check my calendar. What are we doing? And he's like, I'm taking you to a Cubs game, but you get to see your Dodgers. And I'm like, ah. So I'm super excited. This has been amazing. Had some deep dish pizza. He got all kind of points in the bank right now. So I just wanted to share that.
Brandy.
Yes.
I was going to say tag the high points, because I want to go to Chicago. So let me know all those places that's lit.
I will definitely let you know. Absolutely. I'm here for only a short time. It's only been a couple days, but we did have some good pizza, and we're going to a jerk place after this. So I will definitely let you know. So you guys, let's get into our weekly market update. Remember to be TCPA compliant, everybody out there. And we are working with some other providers like RedX. They were at our bold room on last week on Thursday. And we are going to subscribe. So I'm going to be rolling that out to you guys and telling you guys how to get involved with that, so that you could get data from them, and on expireds for sale by owners, and what we call circle prospecting that is already scrubbed. It is, to me, very imperative that if we're going to put you guys under this compliance and make sure that you guys are compliant, that we got to give you data that is scrubbed, right? So, and RedX is actually very well known for providing data, and we're going after listings. So we need to be looking at expires for sale by owners, because those are low hanging fruit, more likely to sell is the whole point, right? Okay. So just make sure that you're calling those who are scrubbed. So let's look at our Los Angeles County trends for sale. were actually increased 11.6%. These are properties that are on the market right now, or have been on the market as active, are actually increased 11.6% over last month. And then overall, we have increased, you guys, 43.5% in LA County. So inventory in LA County, despite what you may have heard, is up 43.5% over last year. That's a lot of increase over last year. I mean, huge increases over last year, which is great. Which is, I'm sorry, no wonder why, if you see here, we are up on solds 0.6% still. Overall, we're up on pendants 1.6%. So we have just got a huge increase in inventory in LA County. So if you've got buyers that are looking in LA County, you are probably seeing price points be a little bit more competitive in LA County, and we'll see that as we go through. But also it's going to depend on the area, right, in LA County, because you never know. In LA County, you could absolutely be in a very competitive area and or neighborhood, and you could be facing multiple offers still, even though we've got this influx of inventory. So sold properties are actually down month over month. So from last month, down 6%, but they're still up 0.6% overall. And then pendants are down 5.6% versus last month, but yet 1.6% higher than last year. Okay, so we are still tracking in LA County very well on our three major trends. All right, let's look at new listings. New listings is down 10.7% over last month, 0.7% over last year, same time frame in June, and then 15.3% higher overall. So new listing inventory and existing inventory is actually up. So we're up existing inventory like 43%, and new listing inventory is up 15.3%. So you guys, in LA County, we really are seeing some good inventory gains, which is why we're going to see that, you know, prices in LA County aren't just going up this astronomical amount, because we have inventory, which means that supply and demand are more in alignment in LA County than in any other county, right? So average active price is actually down 2.4% over last month, and down 9.3% over last year. So average active price is down 9.3%. So sellers are asking 9.3% less than they did last year. However, they're receiving 4.5% higher, which is a very normal amount of appreciation year over year. So that's a good level of appreciation. And see, that to me is a very good compromise, right? Your sellers, you could say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, look, we are still getting 4.5% higher prices, and depending on the neighborhood, you could be getting more or less, but you have to be specific in that and get hyper local with your numbers. But let's just take the number. Mr. Seller, we're getting 4.5% higher than we did last year, right? So they're happy because they are seeing appreciation. But on the flip side, Mr. Buyer, house prices are not just astronomically high in LA County. You are only paying 4.5% higher than you would have last year, which is very reasonable as compared to other counties, right? And other years. So let's move on. So there's a 21.9% change increase over last month in the months of inventory. So we had 2.3 months of inventory last month. We have 2.8 months of inventory currently. Excuse me, guys. I have a tickle in my throat. All right. And then overall, a 44.2% increase over last year. We're at 2 months of inventory. This time in the year last year, we're at 2.9 months of inventory currently. All righty. So LA County still doing very well. Our inventory is definitely climbing, which hopefully is going to start to bring us into a more normal market. So here we are with average days on market. Average days on market has increased 3.6% over last year. We were at over last month, we were at 28 days. on market last month. We're at 27 days on market currently. Not a big difference at all. Overall, we're at 16.2% decrease. We were at 37 days on market last year. We're at 31 days on market. Again, don't let this fool you. The good ones go fast. So yes, you're seeing a month on the market, but that's probably total days. So you guys think about this. When a person puts their house on the market, they at least want it to go through a weekend, right? So that's typically 7 days. If they put it on a Monday, they're not going to look at offers until the following Monday, unless you just have a client who loves it and makes some astronomical offer and they can't refuse it, right? But barring that, they're going to keep it on the market through the weekend. So you're probably looking at just 7 days right there. And then counters going back and forth could be another 5 days to 7 days. So you're looking at anywhere from 14 days, 12 to 14 more days. And just depending on the speed of the agent, right? So a lot of that 30 days is padded with the whole offering process, the whole countering process, the whole due diligence of the agent, contacting those folks, those lenders, and making sure that all that is tied up. So a lot of that is that. So it is not 30 days necessarily of just showing the property, okay? So just keep that in mind. And then we're a 3.1 decrease on the sold versus original list price over last month. So last month, sellers were getting 98% of list price. They're currently getting 95% of list price this month. And then overall, 1% increase. So sellers were getting 97% of list price last year. They're getting 98% of list price currently. So LA County sellers are happy. Yes, they're only getting 4.5% higher appreciation, but however, they're getting almost 100% of that. And as a listing agent, we control that. So you can tell your sellers, if you follow my guidance, I can help you to get 100% of your list price or higher by creating a competitive environment for, for your listing. So make sure you guys say that with confidence when you're in front of your sellers, because you can. Because buyers are out there, and if you price that property right, you can absolutely get multiple offers on a property, right? All right, let's go into OC. The OC is always a little bit different. So let's look at it. For sale properties are up 18.1% over last month. And they are up 34.1% overall. So that's great. Existing inventory is actually up 34.1% over last year. So the OC is doing well in terms of property inventory going up. Sold properties are down, however, 13.2% over last month. Down 6.3% over last year, same time frame in June. However, they are up 5.1% overall. So we are still tracking an increase on sold properties. Overall, 5.1% in Orange County. 4.7% decrease in pending properties over last month. No change over last year, same time frame in June. And a 4.8% increase overall on pending properties. So all of our three major trend lines are in the positive in Orange County, which is a great sign. And then new listing inventory, a decrease 16.7% over last month on new listing inventory. However, as you can see here, there's still a 12.6% increase on new listing inventory in Orange County over last year, which is great because we need new listings to come on the market in Orange County. They normally have been the more scarce area for inventory. So I'm so happy to see that they are trending upward. So average active price has increased 0.8% higher than last month in Orange County, 7.5% higher than last year, same time frame in June, and 7.5% higher overall. So average active price in Orange County has gone up 7.5%. Sellers are asking 7.5% higher than they did last year. Now look at that bottom number. They are receiving 15.6% higher. So Orange County, the prices have definitely gone up double digits, 15.6% higher than they did last year, right? So sellers in Orange County are extremely happy. And your buyers are probably saying, wow, That's a huge increase. And the reason being is because in Orange County, there is just still, even with the inventory increases, a scarcity of inventory. Look at this, guys. We are at 1.7 months of inventory currently at this point in the month. Okay. That's a 40.3% increase over last month. We're at 1.2 months of inventory. We're now 1.7. So that's a good increase. However, it's still less than 2 months of inventory. Every other county is in the 2 months of inventory, currently breaching that 3-month mark, but not in Orange County. Okay. Overall, a 28.3% increase, 1.4 months of inventory last year. We're at 1.8 months of inventory currently. Okay, so that's why you are going to see that inventory still is dictating higher prices in Orange County, because there's just only so many properties for folks to put offers on. And so, you know, we're all bidding on those same good properties, those same properties. And the reality is that it's causing prices to go up. Competition equals prices going up, right? And so you can see that with these months of inventory. So average days on market, a 5.3% increase. We were at 19 days on market. We're at 20 days on market currently in the month. Okay, just a 5.3% increase. And overall, a 29.4% decrease, because last year we were at 34 days on market. Currently, we're only at 24 days on market, right, in Orange County, which makes perfect sense because there's just not a lot of inventory, so people are moving quickly on those properties, right? Sold versus original list price, no change over last month. Sellers in Orange County were getting 100% of list price last month. They're getting 100% of list price this month. Sellers are extremely happy in Orange County. A 2.1% increase overall. They were getting 97% of list price last year. Currently, they're getting 99% of list price. So again, your sellers in Orange County are happy. Of course they are. They're getting 15.9% higher prices, higher value than they were last year. And they're getting 100% basically of that money. So of course they're happy, right? Any questions? I just wanted to break real quick. Give me a water break too. Any questions on this stuff? Pretty self-explanatory, huh? When when we're talking about it. All right, let's move on. Riverside County for sale properties, a 3.7% increase over last month on for sale properties that are actually on the market, current inventory, and a 40.8% increase overall. So we are seeing in Riverside County inventory increases, which is great. We want to see inventory increases across the board, right? Because that is going to help supply and demand come more in alignment. And then that's going to help us not be in these multiple offer situations and a bunch of bidding wars, right? All right, sold properties has gone down 9.3% over last month and a 1.5% decrease overall. So not a big decrease at all, but definitely we are seeing some downward movement on sold properties, right? So properties that have actually closed escrow went down 1.5%. You guys, can you hear me very well? I'm seeing that I'm lagging. Somebody give me the thumbs up that we're good.
We can hear you.
Okay, thanks, Shelly. All righty, so pending properties are up 9.3% over last month. Properties that have actually gone into escrow up 9.3% over last month. Up 21.2% over last year, same time frame in June. And then 2.2% increase over last year. So 2 out of the 3 major categories are trending upward. And only a slight decrease in our sold properties. So that's good. Only a slight decrease in our sold properties. All righty. Let's see. So new listing inventory. I like to see this. I don't like to see this. It went down 14.9% over last month. However, it is 14.8% increase overall. So that's great. In Riverside County, we're seeing inventory go up to the tune of, or new listing inventory to the tune of 14.8%. That is wonderful because we need to continue seeing upward movement. And it should translate into what you're seeing here with our average active prices. Average active prices have gone down 2.7% over last month. And then overall, a 3.4% increase on average active price over last year. So that's not a lot. Remember, that's within that normal range of increase. So sellers are asking 3.4% higher prices. And look, they're receiving 7.6% higher prices than they did last year. So again, this is normal amount of appreciation, a little bit higher on that 7.6%, but still not astronomical like we saw in Orange County, right? When it was like 15.6% higher than it was last year. This is still a reasonable amount, 7.6%. Months of inventory is higher by 20.5%. So we were at 2.4 months of inventory last month. We're at 2.9 months of inventory this month. Overall, a 46.5% increase over last year. We were at 1.9 months of inventory last year. Currently, we are at 2.8 months of inventory, okay? 2.8 months of inventory, 46.5% increase. But as you can see, the reality is that the more inventory you have, right, it looks like the sold prices are a little bit more reasonable, right? The average active prices are a little bit more reasonable. But when you are like Orange County and you have 1.9 months of inventory or 1.8 months of inventory, you're getting that 15.7 months or 15.7% increase over last year because of the scarcity of inventory. So it should all, I'm trying to break it down because it should all make sense to you guys, when you're looking at these numbers. And then when you look at your hyper local numbers, you can break it down like this and be like, okay, I understand now. If my absorption rate is really, really low, of course, because that's months of inventory, of course, my other numbers are probably going to be a little bit higher on appreciation, right? And days on market will be lower because all this stuff rolls into each other, right? And it's all about supply and demand. So average days on market, 7.3% decrease. We were at 41 days on market last month. We're at 38 days on market this month. We're at 12.2% decrease overall. We were at 49 days on market last year. We're at 43 days on market this year. So again, don't be fooled though, right? Riverside County is still moving fast. And then no change on sold versus original list price over last month. We were at 97% of list price last month, same this month. Overall, last year, we were at 96% list price. Sellers were getting 96% of their list price. Currently, they are getting 97% of their list price, which is a 1% increase, okay? So again, sellers are happy. They are still getting 97% of their list price. And if we price it right, they can get 100, 101, 102% of their list price. But again, these are numbers for you to just be realistic with your seller. If in your neighborhood and the listing that you have, they are only getting 97% of their list price, right? And you're looking at that in your comps, then you want to be realistic with your seller and let them know that you may get an offer that's a little bit less if we price it at the top. If we price it here a little bit more competitively, more than likely we'll get 100% of our list price, if not more, and you could put yourself in a multiple offer situation. All right, let's look at San Bernardino County, our last county of the day. So sold property or for sale properties are up 10.8% over last month and up 43.7% overall. So again, in San Bernardino County, we are seeing some good inventory increases or good inventory gains. And then sold properties are down 12.2% over last month. Down 17.7% over last year, same time frame in June, sold properties, and a decrease of 3% overall. Okay, so in San Bernardino County, sales have dropped 3% over last year so far in this time in the year. Pending properties that are actually in escrow, have gone up 0.6% over last month, not a very big change. 2.7% increase over last year, same time frame in June, and a 2.4% decrease overall. So in San Bernardino County, although we are seeing some good inventory gains in the for sale inventory, we are definitely seeing some dropping in the sales and in the pendants. Not big, but definitely still, let's keep an eye on that. Again, our hope is that the summertime will bring about a bounce back. But so far in the summertime in the year, we are definitely seeing some minor decreases on our two out of our three major trends. So new listing has gone down 18.2% over last month, 4.3% over last year, same time frame in June. However, still up 14.6% overall. So that is great. New listing inventory is still holding and gaining 14.6% overall. So in the beginning of the year, we had a lot of new listing inventory, and we've maintained new listing inventory coming on in San Bernardino County. I think, well, besides LA County, that's probably the highest new listing inventory stat that we are seeing. All right, so average active price, 1.1% change over last month, an increase, and then a 1.2% increase overall. So in San Bernardino County, sellers are only asking 1.2% higher than they were last year. And that probably has a lot to do with the fact that sold has gone down 3% and pendants have gone down 2.4%. So although you've got some inventory out there for whatever reason, it's not moving right as quickly. And a lot of that has to do with vicinity, right? San Bernardino County, Riverside County, it is in the IE, it's out there. So it's not necessarily as desirable, right, as moving into Orange County and LA County. All right. So, but it has increased 1.2%. Sellers are asking 1.2% higher. However, they're receiving 5.4% higher. So they're receiving 5.4% higher in San Bernardino County. All righty. All right, months of inventory. Look at here. Wow. San Bernardino County is definitely the county that is more in alignment than any other county with supply and demand, because look at this. San Bernardino County is up 3.1% over last months of inventory. So we were at 2.8 months of inventory last month. We are at 3.7 months of inventory currently. And I know you guys know this. It takes 4 months of inventory to be in a normal market. And look at here, we are almost there. Look at overall. Overall, we're up 51.2% over last year. We were at 2.3 months of inventory last year, hurting in San Bernardino County. We're at 3.5 months of inventory currently. So the reality is that San Bernardino County is more in alignment than any other county with supply and demand, which is more than likely why we're seeing the appreciation be so low, right? Because buyers in San Bernardino County have options, right? And they don't, and it's probably not as big of a multiple offer situation in San Bernardino County. I'm sure it also still depends on the area and depends on the property. Okay. Any questions about that? If you have buyers that are willing to go to San Bernardino County, it looks like to me that's the spot to go to have options. All right. Days on market, no change. 34 days on market last month, 34 days on market this month. And then overall, a 17% decrease. We were at 47 days on market last year. We're at 39 days on market currently, okay, in San Bernardino County. A 4% decrease over last month. So last month, we were at 99% of list price, and sellers are now getting 95% of list price. So a 4% decrease. However, overall, a 1% increase, because last year we were getting 97% of list price. Currently, sellers in San Bernardino County are getting 98% of list price. So again, although they are in a very getting to a normal market in San Bernardino County, sellers are still receiving 98% of their list price, right? So sellers are happy because it looks like in San Bernardino County, properties are being priced right. And if properties are being priced right, they're still going to sell, right? They're still going to sell, and they're still going to sell at their list price because their list price is competitive. All right. So any questions about that? We're good. So let's talk about our classes for the week. Let me see, who do I have?
Miss Brandy. Miss Brandy.
Yes, babe.
I know you already had said it, but could you repeat what was the interest rate for The Downey area? The LA area?
I didn't talk about interest rate.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't talk about interest rates, Bonnie. I talk about like, what's going on, like, absorption rates, the months of inventory. I talk about our sold percentages. But I don't talk about interest rates, but actually I have a slide on interest rates. So I'll share that with you guys in a few minutes. That will talk about what interest rates are currently, looking at, because they actually did go down a little bit. So I'm gonna put you guys at the bottom here so that I can see. There we go. All right, so our class schedule, you guys, for this week, we've got obviously the update group coaching at 12 with Diana Carbajal in-house. We've got conversations and real play on Tuesday, and then we are gonna have it on Thursday. I'm gonna get someone else to fill in for me because I'll be in bold. We are going to have, so we have group coaching. We're gonna have our tech workshop on Wednesday at 1 o'clock with Martha. You know, we're gonna have Ed on Wednesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock, and he's gonna be talking about various topics. I think the new residential listing agreement, and that's part 1. So, and these are draft only because you guys know that you guys, just so we're clear, to me, Ed's classes are mandatory. They should be considered mandatory on your schedule right now because we're going through a bunch of changes, right? And the only way that you're going to be ready for those changes is by attending the contracts classes. And Ed is going to be teaching us those changes as they happen. So we really are learning in real time with him. And so that is on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And want you guys to participate in that. There are over 40 changes that are coming out on our contracts. We got to know those contracts. Diana, did you have you wanted to make a comment, please?
Yes, to also remind everybody that this Wednesday from 5 to 7, how to fill out a listing agreement this week. We're going to go into detail, writing it up as we're going to do a mock real estate agreement. So it'll be fun.
Absolutely. And I think that's here on my, my schedule right here.
Yeah,
So,
from 5 to 7.
From 5 to 7 on June 26th, you guys, how to fill out a residential listing agreement with Diana. So that's practical, right? So what Ed does is he tells you what all the boxes mean, right? He's telling you and taking you through, telling you what all these boxes mean and how you can explain it to your clients. Diana's going to teach you how to complete the listing agreement. That's two totally different perspectives, right? He's teaching you what all the boxes mean. She's teaching you how to fill it out. So she's assuming that when you come, you know what the boxes mean. However, I'm sure Diana's going to go into some of that as well. But
we're going to have fun. We're going to fill it out as we're going to have a scenario. So we're going to have everybody. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun and a lot of questions. I'm going to have some guides, seller guides for them too.
Great. That's awesome, Diana. It sounds like a great class. All right. So you guys know that is on June 26th, 5 to 7. Be there. And this is just to remind you guys that this is our final month. This is the final week. You got to push for our listing bonanza, our final week. So if you've got listings, push them to come on the market so that you can get on the board and you can win some prizes. Because this is it. All right. And now, Bonnie, to your point or your question, buyers get a slight reprieve as interest rates fall and sellers cut prices. So we are seeing this past week, actually, that mortgage rates fell to 6.87. So if you guys are looking and following, and if you're getting any of the Downey Capital updates where they send out the interest rates, you guys get to see them. You guys, interest rates fluctuate on a daily basis. So that's why lenders don't always lock your buyers in as soon as they get into escrow if they believe that the interest rates are going to fall, which is a savvy lender. And that's what we want, right? We want to lock our clients in at the lowest interest rate possible. So mortgage rates did fall to 6.87. They were in the 7s. They did fall. But they say do not expect any significant drops in the coming months, even though we are in an election year. I know everybody's been saying, oh, because it's an election year, we're expecting interest rates to drop, but the economists are saying that that is just not going to happen. Due to inflation and how inflation has been slightly ticking up and holding, they're saying that we are not going to see that. Okay. However, they are also seeing sellers cutting prices. And so if sellers are cutting prices, it's even better for your buyers because they get in at a lower house price, right? Now, we're not seeing that in every county. We are seeing that in more so LA County, where you're seeing higher inventory, and maybe even San Bernardino County, but you're not seeing that everywhere, right? So we got to get hyper local and know where this is actually taking place. All right, the DOJ formal inquiry delays the release of car forms. So just so you know, again, the reason why Ed keeps saying that these forms are, excuse me, that these forms are draft is because they are not final. The DOJ has now issued a formal inquiry, and that has delayed our release of car forms. And they have expressed concern over our new forms related to the NAR settlement and MLS practices. So now the Department of Justice is going to be potentially reopening an investigation. So that may delay us even further, you guys, in everything that we've been talking about. But that is why we are keeping you guys posted. If we could, every day. Every time we find out something, we're keeping you guys posted. So just know right now, August 17th is when our changes are supposed to hit our MLS. Just that is our date, August 17th. If we have any delay in that, if we get any formal delay in that, we will let you know. As of right now, this DOJ formal inquiry has not changed our dates. However, if it does, you will be the first to know. Okay. But this is just an interesting, the Department of Justice is now dipping their toes into this even further and looking at the NAR settlement and making sure that they feel like the changes to the forms and the settlement and all of that is consistent across the board. That's just the bottom line. All right. That is it for today, you guys. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for showing up and for participating. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Any questions before we get out of here?
No, have a good time tonight, Brandy.
Thank you so much. You guys have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.